Hello, wild ones. It's Cole Adams. I'm here at Penrose Point State Park in Washington State in the Pacific Northwest. It is a lovely day. It's cloud covery, a little chilly, but really early in the morning here. And I just spent the night in a tent camping, and I just spent some time out by the bay at low tide, just seeing how beautiful it is. It's a really interesting typography. I've never quite seen this style of landmass where it's got a permanent point, and then just at low tide there's a second like sandbar point, so it kind of looks like this when the water is out. But this morning, the wind is beautiful right now. I just spent some time doing a morning page. So most mornings I try to include this in my practice. And for me, I think that the work is done. How do I say this? I think the work is done in the noticing and in the slowing down. It's not something I do naturally. I'm pretty goal oriented, and I like to set a list of tasks and then just work my day through those tasks. I don't have a lot of reflection. At least I didn't have a lot of reflection built into my day. And now I have kind of two main practices that really bolster that noticing and reflection. And one is my morning page. So I start the day with a little bit of drawing, a little bit of list making, but it's like lists like how many birds have I heard this morning was this morning's list. And then the colors of the beach, lime green sea vegetables and red oxide sea vegetables, tan beach driftwood, tan brown, gray mud, and black sand in the beach. And I also use a Substack. It's now a Substack Reddit feed or Substack feed by Elizabeth Gilbert called "Love. What Did Love Tell You Today?" And I first heard of this practice through I want to say the We Can Do Hard Things podcast with Elizabeth Gilbert, and she talked about asking love or asking Creator, what would you have me know today? So I've been doing this practice for about 3 or 4 years now, and often it's just something I need to hear maybe a little bit more poetically, but I try to ask the question, take a few deep breaths, reflect, look around, use my artist eyes, and then write that reflection from the perspective of love, or my highest self. And it has changed a lot in my life. So I do that practice, and then I will come back a little bit later and tell you about the second practice I do every day for noticing or for reflection. I hope you liked that beach footage and the footage of me doing that morning page. My second reflective practice of the day is done at the very end of the day, usually with my family or who I'm with, but I tend to do these 3 questions. It's peak I'm most thankful for, so something that didn't go so great today, something that was amazing today, and finally, something I'm grateful or thankful for this day. And then often we add an appreciation if there's somebody we need to publicly thank for their work that day. It really helps in the family dynamic for that little bit of reflective time to appreciate each other's work and struggles or whatever is going on. It's always nice to know how your family's feeling that day. I love to do it in group too with people who either we're spending the weekend with, so I'm gonna probably push it on the group I'm with this week. But I find that those 2 practices, the morning pages and then the evening reflection, really just gives me the reflective space in the day that feels really good. I also will stop and obviously do some reflection when I'm doing videos or writing some curriculum. But for me, I think those are the practices that just live in my day-to-day basis. So I hope you're enjoying this content. If you are, please like and subscribe. I think you can tell I'm super mellow from camping, but stay weird, stay wild, and keep painting.